last video, we saw how exceptions are triggered and how they are handled in the catch block. Now, most of the times there might be a situation in your application where you want to, trigger an exception that is created by you that helps you figure out what exactly went wrong in the program. That gives you more information in detail about what error you committed in your program or what user input went wrong in the program. Now, the process of creating these exceptions that a programmer creates on their own to help them understand where the program went wrong or what error occurred is called user-defined exceptions. So let's move on to Eclipse and see how to create our own user-defined exceptions. So as you see, we have written a program here. This is our main method where we are checking the age. So inside the try block, we have called the age check method and passed in some random age into it. And in the catch block, we are simply saying that exception occurred and printing the error message, right? Now, what we are doing in this age check method, okay? In the age check method, we pass the value, whatever the user gives, and we are saying that this age check method can throw invalid age exception. So how do we say it? We say throws invalid age exception. Now this invalid age exception is the exception that has been created by us to specifically say that the age entered by you is invalid. So we'll take a look at that in a short while. Now what we have done in this age check method is very simple. We have checked if the age is less than or equal to 0 and we are throwing this new exception. So throw new invalid age exception, and what we have to print inside it, we have also given that please enter correct age. If the age is greater than 0, we simply print your age is followed by the age, right? So this invalid age exception here is the exception that we have created, exception class that we have created. Now let's take a look at what we have done inside it. Whenever you create an exception class, that is a user-defined exception, first off you extends the exception class, right? Then only it is considered as a user-defined exception class. Now inside this, all you have to do is very simple. If you want to do more to it, you of course can, but the very simple thing is to call the constructor. So create invalid age exception constructor. We are passing a string into it, right? Here we are saying please enter correct age. So this is the string that we want to pass. So we pass that string s and we call the constructor of the superclass. Fairly simple, 2 lines of code that we have written inside this invalid age exception class. Now once you run this program, save it, run it. So we marked the age as 13, we got into the else and we saw your age is 13, correct? Let's say the age is 0. Now it should go inside the if block and throw our invalid age exception. So what will we get? We'll get the exception here, catch the exception, print exception occurred, and please enter the correct age. Both the message will come on your screen. So save and run. Exception occurred, the exception followed by please enter correct age. Now you actually know from this message that we have got an invalid age exception. Now when you have multiple classes in your program, you can actually figure out which part of the program, which exception class, what is going wrong, right? Now before I close this, let me explain to you a crucial difference that is generally asked between throws keyword and the throw keyword. So the basic difference that you can see between both of them is throws clause is added to declare an exception. So when you want to say that this method that I have created will throw this particular exception, you use the throws clause, right? But to throw an exception explicitly, we use the throw keyword, correct? So when you have explicitly want to throw an exception, say throw new arithmetic exception or throw new invalid age exception, whatever, then you use the throw keyword, and in the method declaration to tell the user that this method might throw all these exceptions, we use the throws keyword, right? Now throw is followed by an instance variable, that is this new invalid age exception. We just created a new instance variable of the class invalid age exception, correct? And throws is followed by the exception class name, that is invalid age exception. So this is our class name. Throws is followed by the class name, while throw follows the instance of the class, that is followed by the new keyword, correct? And finally, the keyword throw is used inside the method body, as you can see, and it can throw one exception at a time, while the throws keyword is in the method declaration and it can follow multiple exceptions. You can also go ahead and say here arithmetic exception, right? So if your method can throw more than one different type of exceptions, you give all those exceptions in the method declaration like this. So now that we have seen how to declare our own exceptions in the program and also figured out the difference between throw and throws keyword, I'm pretty sure that you are good to go ahead and deep dive in exceptions and create some of your own programs, some of your own user-defined exceptions, and have fun with it. I'll see you in the next video, guys, and don't forget to subscribe because many more interesting videos are coming up on the channel for you guys. Thank you and happy coding.